Alright guys, so Battlefield 6 has finally been revealed. The name of the game is Battlefield 2042 and the reveal trailer gave us a taste of what to expect in the game coming to us October 22nd, 2021. I thought the reveal was awesome, and in this video I'm going to discuss everything you need to know about Battlefield 2042. Full disclosure, I was part of a reveal held last week that gave myself and a bunch of other content creators and Battlefield community members early access to this information, so this information is coming straight to you from the developers themselves. If you're into Battlefield and video games in general, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment about what you're most excited for in Battlefield 2042 after you watch everything here. There's a lot to unpack, so let's get into all the information we have about Battlefield 2042. The setting for this game is near future. 2042 is only 21 years away from us right now in 2021, so we can safely consider this game modern to postmodern. With that, we get to move away from the already written in history settings of World War I and World War II and move into what I think DICE does best, making their own stories and battles without the expectation of so many to be quote-unquote historically accurate. Featuring 128 player matches on the latest consoles and PC, this next level scale adds an entirely new aspect to the Battlefield. Unfortunately, Battlefield 2042 on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will only have 64 players in the all-out warfare experience, but will still offer the dynamic world features on maps with a smaller and focused layout. I feel like this makes sense so that the older consoles aren't bogged down as hard for a smoother gameplay experience. Let's first discuss the setting and story to set up the game. In Battlefield 2042, the world is on the edge. With supplies like food, clean water, and energy all in shortage, dozens of nations have failed their populations. This has created the largest refugee crisis the world has ever seen. In the middle of all of this, the United States and Russia have pulled the world into all-out war. The refugees are called Non-Patriated or No-Pats, and they're all regular people like farmers, engineers, and soldiers. No-Pat specialists have joined both sides of the war, fighting for the future of the non-patriated across the world. The multiplayer in Battlefield 2042 consists of 3 different experiences. The first of these is called All-Out Warfare, the next generation of conquest and breakthrough modes found in previous Battlefield titles. Featuring the largest maps ever for the franchise as well as featuring 128 players for the first time ever. These large-scale battles will be filled with dynamic weather, environmental hazards, and world events that will change how you play the maps. The second mode is called Hazard Zone, an all-new squad-based game type featured in Battlefield 2042. Information on this game mode is pretty limited at this time, but we should see more on this pretty soon. A third mode is featured in this game as well, being developed specifically by DICE LA. This game mode is described as a love letter to Battlefield fans and one that longtime players will feel right at home with, and I was told explicitly that this game mode is not a battle royale. More information on this game mode will be revealed at EA Play Live on July 22nd. Battlefield 2042 is launching with 7 maps for the all-out warfare experience. With the latest technology available to them, DICE has come up with massive maps unlike anything before seen in Battlefield. These maps will allow for unique gameplay experiences, player choice, and creativity. Conquest and breakthrough modes will feature 128 player combat on the latest consoles and PC, while Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will be optimized for 64 players to ensure quality experiences. As far as gameplay opportunity and landmass, these maps feature the biggest and most sandbox-enabling Battlefield built to date, and that's without considering the other multiplayer experiences we talked about earlier. Kaleidoscope is set in Sogdo, South Korea. Forces here fight to control a quantum-powered disinformation hub after an attack threatens the global network. This map gives me major futuristic Siege of Shanghai vibes, a map in Battlefield 4. Manifest is set in Brunei Island, Singapore. Players fight in a flashpoint set in a vital location for American supply lines. Orbital is set in Kourou, French Guiana. Players will battle over a rocket launch site as a space launch is about to take place. Discarded is set in Alang, India. Shipbreakers face tidal extremes as factions fight over rogue nuclear assets. Renewal is set in the eastern desert of Egypt. The fight here is for groundbreaking agriculture technology vital to everyone in the world. Hourglass is set in Doha, Qatar. Large amounts of sand and a lost shipping convoy tear the city center to pieces. Hourglass to me looks a lot like Dawnbreaker from Battlefield 4 if you look at the skyline in this photo. Breakaway is set in Queen Maud Land, Antarctica. Oil and gas shortages push soldiers to the edge as the industry clashes with nature and the ice gives way. Now let's talk about specialists. Players will play as these specialists, a new type of playable soldier in Battlefield 2042. These specialists are inspired by the 4 traditional playable classes in previous Battlefield titles, equipped with unique traits and gadgets with fully customizable loadouts. Players will have access to the latest arsenal of weapons, tools, and vehicles to use in battle. All of this gives players a variety and approach to their gameplay as they find what combinations fit their playstyle best. To reiterate on this, specialists can use any gun in Battlefield 2042, which will allow you to create fully customizable loadouts. Battlefield 2042 will launch with 10 specialists and more will release to play in the future. We have 4 to talk about here today. First up is Casper, a recon specialist. As you can see in this picture, Casper has a recon drone as his gadget. You can use this for information on your enemy's locations and movements. Next up is Webster McKay, an assault specialist. He has a grappling hook in his hands, which is going to be huge when it comes to mobility around the maps. Maria Falk is a support specialist. She has an S21 Surette pistol, which allows her to heal her allies at range. Last but not least is Boris, an engineer specialist. He has an SG-26 sentry gun that looks ready to bore holes into enemies. The setting of 2042 has allowed gameplay featuring the latest technology in weapons and vehicles. Vehicles will incorporate team collaboration, with every seat having an important role to play. Things like anti-air, spotters, and gunner type seats are all available. The more players that are in a vehicle, the stronger the vehicle can be. Vehicles can also be called in anywhere on the maps with what's called a call-in tablet. The call-in tablet allows players to request land vehicles on the spot. All you'll have to go do is wait for it to drop and protect it until it's ready to go. Battlefield 2042 will feature a live service, allowing for content to flow post-launch. 2042 will have a battle pass each season that will include both free and premium tiers. DICE has said specifically that keeping the community playing together is extremely important to them, so the premium tiers will not do things to separate the player base. The first year of the live service will have 4 seasons, each with its own battle pass, 4 new specialists, and new locations, along with more fresh new content, which I assume will be specialist skins, weapon skins, and vehicle skins, and things of the sort. With all that out on the table, what can we expect next? Well, in early July, there is going to be a technical test with people identified as Battlefield veterans across the US and Europe. These players will be under NDA, so they won't be able to talk about what they see and hear, but I do find it great that technical tests are being held, as that means hopefully a more solid experience for us all when the game launches. The technical test will be focused on technical performance and stability in preparation for 2042's launch. EA Play Live 2021 is happening on July 22nd, so we'll see more on the Hazard Zone mode and the unnamed third mode being developed by DICE LA. There will be an open beta pre-launch, and if you pre-order the game, then you'll likely get access to it early. Speaking of pre-ordering, let's look over the different editions of the game and what they offer. Battlefield 2042 will launch with 3 different editions. We have the Standard Edition, the Gold Edition, and the Ultimate Edition. If you pre-order the Standard Edition, you get the game alongside early access to the open beta, the Baku ACB Epic Melee Takedown Knife, a Mr. Chompy Epic Weapon Charm, and the Landfall player card background and the Old Guard tag. If you pre-order the Gold Edition, you get all the previous mentioned things, as well as early access to the game before launch, the Year 1 Pass, which is all 4 premium battle passes for the first year of the game, and the cross-gen bundle, which will allow you to play across both generations within either the PlayStation or Xbox family of consoles. The Ultimate Edition includes everything mentioned so far, but also the Midnight Ultimate Bundle and the official digital art book and exclusive digital soundtrack. Battlefield 2042 Standard Edition is available for pre-order now for $60 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. The Standard Edition is also available for pre-order on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 for $70. Gold Edition is available for $90 on PC and $100 on console. The Ultimate Edition is available for $110 on PC or $120 on console. I'm including a link in the description below with more detail on all of this. Keep in mind that you can save a bit of money if you are subscribed to EA Play or EA Play Pro. Alright guys, that wraps up everything I have for you about Battlefield 2042 today. The reveal has me pretty hyped up, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so excited to finally be able to pilot helicopters and get high kill flanks again in Battlefield. July 22nd cannot come soon enough. If you enjoyed the video and if you enjoy video games in general, then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Battlefield and video game content. Let me know your thoughts on this huge reveal of more modern Battlefield goodness. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for more.